going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are watching the pitch meeting for Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So far, we've done alright with him ruining my childhood. I think I appreciate it more on the sense that he knows what he's talking about. And you look back at some of these and you're like, alright, I'm gonna have to really suspend my disbelief on this because, you know, in the Goblet of Fire, a motherfucking dragon was let loose. And nobody did anything about it. We just had to watch that dragon fly after a student and hope for the best, not to mention watch people drown. Cool. Good stuff. This one starts the journey of Voldemort, and it really starts Harry on his path towards facing the Dark Lord. And so I'm really interested in seeing how it plays out because now it gets really dark. You know, we started on the path with Azkaban and then Goblet of Fire, but Order of the Phoenix I remember just being very, very grim. I mean, it's not as grayscale as like Half-Blood Prince, but it's getting there, and it's a good through channel for Half-Blood Prince. So with that being said, I got nothing else to say. I'm ready to laugh. Are you guys ready to laugh? I'm ready for my childhood to be crumpled up like a little ball and then thrown into the most obscure trash can over there, never to be seen again. Great. Before we get this thing going, a couple shout outs are in order. I want to thank you guys so much for commenting on all the things that I've been posting lately, especially the post that I asked you guys to comment on, where my co-writer said, "Oh, I'm always cold. I'm basically a chihuahua." What does that even mean? Today's post winner is Mayflower Chan, who wrote, "Clearly, white chihuahuas are distant descendants of polar bears that recognize their deadly nature and adapted to look cuddly and cute, yet still ferocious. Hence, the relation to the cold. Seems obvious to me." Thank you, Mayflower Chan. Thank you everybody else for supporting this channel. If you like this video and you like what you see, you know what to do. Hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Alright guys, this is the pitch meeting to Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Let's go.
So, you have a new Harry Potter movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. An Order of the Phoenix, the name of this one.
Oh, like a group of urologists?
No, Phoenix.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, they're a bunch of wizards.
In Arizona.
No.
Okay, keep going. I'll catch on eventually, probably.
All right, so Harry's swinging on a swing set like a little boy, and Dudley comes to pick on him. And let me tell you, he's totally changed his clothing
So
style.
weird.
Nice.
But then they get attacked by some Dementors who show them their scary butthole mouths.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so then Harry uses his Patronus charm to get rid of them, but then he finds out he's been expelled from Hogwarts for doing that.
Those
Well, that
howlers,
doesn't seem
man.
fair.
No, it doesn't. So Dumbledore manages to get the Ministry to agree to at least a hearing.
Well, good.
So this group of wizards called the Order of the Phoenix pick him up from the Dursleys on
Yep.
some magic brooms, and they fly past some awesome London landmarks.
They make him fly through public spaces on a magic broom because he's got to go to a hearing about having done underage magic in public.
That's right, sir. So then Dumbledore
Yep.
manages to keep Harry at Hogwarts, but the Ministry's up to some funny business.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, see, they're doing everything they can to stop people from believing that Voldemort might be back.
Oh, very sketchy.
Yeah.
They put one of their people, Dolores Umbridge, at Hogwarts as the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher.
And what's her deal?
Well, she's this short little lady where...
Oh, I completely forgot she was in this. Oh, I hope he comments on this because she was the absolute worst villain in the entire series. I don't care, Dumbledore, Lockhart, Quirrell, you know, who else? Bellatrix, maybe? No, Umbridge was the worst to ever exist. Oh, I just see the pink and the cats.
there's a lot of pink, really likes cats.
Oh, she doesn't sound so
There you
bad.
go.
She's the absolute worst, and people are going to hate her more than they hate Voldemort.
Thank
Oh my
you.
God. Yeah, she's
Thank
super
you.
snooty and mean, and she even interrupts Dumbledore's annual intro speech about how all the students are in grave danger.
Oh, but he loves giving that speech.
He really does, sir. Oh, and also since Harry saw Cedric die in the last movie, he can now see these creatures called Thestrals, which
Yeah.
you can only see when
Creepy.
you've seen someone die.
He saw his mom die.
Oh, yeah, he did, but he was too young to understand what death was.
He watched Professor Quirrell die just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but the situation about that one is I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about it.
Oh, okay, let me get off of that back of yours.
So anyway, Umbridge says she's not gonna teach the students any defense spells, so Harry gets mad.
He does?
Yeah, he's like, Voldemort is back. I watched him murder Cedric Diggory.
Wormtail murdered Cedric. Voldemort was still a little baby.
Oh yeah, whoopsie. Anyway, so Umbridge
Whoopsie.
gives Harry detention and makes him use a quill that carves into your flesh.
Oh.
Which is not normal.
Oh, it's not. Okay, sorry. It just seems like Hogwarts students are always being forced to do like super violent, dangerous things. It felt on brand, but that's not normal, you're saying.
It's not.
Wow, well, okay.
So Umbridge starts imposing.
I will say it was super uncomfortable to watch that. Even no matter how like minuscule in the wizarding world that might seem, that thing looked like it was painful.
Posting a bunch of crazy rules and posting them up on a wall where you can't even see them, and the students are getting pissed.
So what are they gonna do?
Well, they make a secret club called Dumbledore's Army, and Harry starts teaching everybody spells in the Room of Requirement.
Oh, that's that room where you get the requirements in there.
That's the one. So the bad guys know that they're doing something in this specific spot, but they just can't catch them in the act.
Oh, catching people in the act is tight.
What?
That's why I'm always kicking down motel room doors.
Oh my God.
So then what happens?
You might be going to jail, sir. So then we have a really romantic scene where Harry kisses Cho Chang.
Aw.
In front of a picture of the guy she was dating, you know, the recently
Yeah.
deceased one.
Oh.
As she's crying about him.
Oh my
Anyway,
God.
So eventually Umbridge
Oh my
forces
God.
Cho to tell them where everybody's practicing, and then she busts down the wall.
I thought they already knew where the meetings were.
They did.
So why didn't Umbridge break down that wall earlier?
Unclear. And so since they called themselves Dumbledore's Army, he takes the blame for everything and escapes by clapping on a bird.
Oh, wow.
So then Umbridge becomes head.
I completely forgot about that part where he's just literally just fucking just clapping on a bird. Ryan George is the man. I props to him for like not even having to satirize like the ridiculous like nonsensical parts of the plot, but just like making fun of like how ridiculous some real true things are, and they're just like clapping on a bird. Okay.
Master, and she starts controlling everything. It gets real crappy.
Oh, no.
And Harry eventually has this magical vision of Sirius being attacked in the Ministry of Magic, so they gotta get there ASAP.
How are they going to do that?
Well, the only usable Flu Network fireplace is in Umbridge's office, so they try to use it, but she busts them.
Uh-oh, it's going to be hard for them to
I
get
remember
there with
that part.
Umbridge on their back.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
okay.
You see, they trick her
Okay.
into going into the Forbidden Forest by saying that Dumbledore had a secret weapon in there.
She just believes them and goes with them into the forest with no backup?
She does, and then some centaurs and Hagrid's half-brother mess her up and drag her away.
Amazing. So now they can go to the ministry.
Exactly, so they hop on some Thestrals and fly over there.
Why don't they just use the Flu Network thing in Umbridge's office since she's out of the picture now?
I don't know. So they get there and go into the Department of Mysteries, which has these prophecy balls stacked super high up.
Oh, very highly stacked balls.
Yeah, they need to find this one about Harry Potter and Voldemort, so then they do, and they grab it.
Well, thank God it wasn't one of the ones at the top of the stack.
Yeah, it worked out great, but then some Death Eaters pop out, and it turns out it was all a trick.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because see,
Oh,
the
no.
only person who can take a prophecy is the person who the prophecy is about, and Voldemort really wanted to know what was in this one.
If it was also about Voldemort, couldn't he have grabbed it?
Yeah, but he's like a big boss guy. He doesn't do stuff himself.
That's a good point.
And we're also going to see that one of the bad guys is Sirius's cousin, Bellatrix Lestrange.
And what's her deal?
Oh, well, she actually tortured and killed Neville's parents when he was a baby. So when she sees them, she's like, "Hey, Neville, how your parents doing,
so
buddy?"
fucked
How
up.
does she recognize him if she last saw him as a baby?
Oh, I don't. Magic probably. I guess.
Magic.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That makes
exactly.
sense.
So anyway, then the Order of the Phoenix all show up, and there's this big fight, and then Bellatrix kills Sirius.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Harry's all pissed, and he wants to kill Bellatrix, but then Voldemort pops out. Whoa.
Oh.
But then Dumbledore pops out too. Whoa.
These wizards are all about popping out.
They are, sir. So then there's this big old duel, and then Voldemort gives
Harry a terrifying vision of Voldemort in a hoodie.
Oh,
Spooky. Yeah, and
that
it's a
was so
zip-up hoodie,
weird.
too. He has no business wearing that.
Anyway, so then Harry
Nope.
manages to make Voldemort leave with the power of friendship or something.
Oh, the power of friendship is unstoppable. Give me a high five, my dude.
No, thank you. That'd be way too complicated editing-wise.
That's fair.
And so then Harry gets back with his friends, and he's like, you know what I've been thinking? We have something Voldemort doesn't.
Noses.
Well, yeah, but also something worth fighting for.
Oh, very cute.
And
Noses.
so that's about it. What do you think?
Well,
Oh.
it sounds like money. We should start shooting ASAP, so then we can start shooting the next one and the next one.
Yeah, I mean, at a reasonable pace, right? Want to make sure all the cast and crew are all good?
Of course. Their well-being is always our top priority.
Are you serious? Were they really about to recast Dudley because of his weight loss? I mean, I know he went from being like a complete preppy boy to like this like wannabe like trashy kid, but like, what? This is when he pointed out a lot more satirical things about, you know, the nuances of like what happened in the movie, like Filch putting up all those rules that you definitely could never see if you had to climb. If he needed a 30-foot ladder to tack on those rules, there's no way in hell you're gonna see them. And they're the flu network through Umbridge's office and her little thingy, which always made me wonder, like, what is the point of the flu network if like you can just learn to apparate? You know, because like that sounds kind of cool. Like you just, you know, you do a little like spinny motion and then you were like, that sounds kind of cool. But like, what do you need a flu network for? What do you even need a broom for at that point, unless you're playing Quidditch? Can you apparate on a broom? That would be badass. No, you probably wouldn't. The broom would probably end up being halfway up your ass. Ryan George is always good for a laugh. I'm so happy I discovered this. I'm so happy I'm watching it with you guys. Guys, if you like this video, I urge you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Check out everything else we got going on the channel. Check that Patreon link down below. Check the merch store most of all. Thank you guys for being a part of this. From one artist to another, stay creative, and I'll see you again.